doing it.
You want to hear
We're having a great chat. All right. Hey, everybody. Big Dan here. Greetings from Emotiva World Headquarters in beautiful downtown Franklin, Tennessee. I'm sitting here with the Wrecking Crew, Lonnie Vaughn.
Oh, yeah.
And young Nick.
Howdy.
And even younger Jaco.
That's right.
Jake.
Yeah.
You're looking well.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Nick. I wish I could say the same about you. No, I don't mean that seriously. Oh, dinner show starts at 11. Ladies get in free. All right, now. Hi, we got a lot to go on.
Yes, we do.
Let's get over the general news. Stop messing around. Enough of my one-liners. We got a spring markdown sale going. I know that.
Mm-hmm.
What are the details on that? I'll ask Nick.
Yeah, I think Nick's the man there on that one.
You're Mr. Money.
We've got up to 30% off select gear. Right now, save big on Emotive as well as MR1L. 25% off that MR1L. $11.99 is the price.
That's a deal.
Ouch. Wow.
And the cool thing about that is there's pre-outs on all the channels. So if you want a cheap processor to go along with it, well,
an
not
affordable
cheap.
processor.
Affordable, high performance, high valued receiver.
Lonnie, I
That's
try
a lot of
so
value.
hard.
Don't speak poorly of the company. What are you doing?
High value for the money.
If you're looking for a processor that's a roughly $1,000, $1,200 range, you could just utilize it as a processor.
Or you could just hook those nice little amps up there and have a sweet system.
Which has real amps.
$11.99.
Very capable unit on sale now, 25%
Quite
off.
capable. I like it.
That's the general
I
news.
like it. We just did a demo for a client came in, and we did a demo in the other room. Very impressive.
Of the processor?
Well, yeah,
or
the
receiver?
MR1L.
Okay, beautiful.
Yeah. And MR1, both blew their minds.
Well, we got a lot of gear over there. So.
But I mean, I'm just saying it was impressive. I mean, we have the reason we say, your speakers will thank you, Nick, is why?
Because there's tons of power.
There's lots of real amp.
Yeah.
That's
tons of
right.
power.
When they're given real power, Jake.
That's right.
All right.
Speakers will thank you.
That's right.
So big sale going. Yeah. Has anybody looked out the window lately?
Yes.
Well, assuming that was a window, have you noticed that the world is on fire in terms of trade?
Yeah, but I mean, it was just raining today. But
Thank God it's raining because that'll help damp some of the flames. I think we're surviving all this, but it's a trying time, interesting times, as they say.
Interesting.
But here we are. We got plenty of inventory, and we are not messing around until our costs are directly impacted, right?
That's right.
Because what are we for, Jake? Jake.
who are you directing the question? Why don't he
We're here for the people.
Here for the people.
Jake.
We're here for the people.
We're here for the people.
We're here for the people.
Power to the people,
you
man.
folks.
That's right.
All right. Now, moving on. What else you got? We got some shows.
We got some shows here, yeah. So Louisville, the pop-up show we did was
Jake,
fantastic.
if you could have only been there.
I don't think I was, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
he wasn't.
We missed you there.
We missed you there.
No. Yeah, it was a show that I wish I could have attended.
Jake, you know why I didn't think you were there?
Why is that?
Because you were behaving so wonderfully and so professionally.
my
I didn't
goodness.
recognize
Well,
you.
you got to be professional with our
Good
customers.
show. We had a great time in Louisville. Thank you all for coming. We had a great get-together. Talked to a lot of nice people. Caught up with a lot of old friends. Gerald, I didn't get to spend enough time with you, but I was really happy to see you. God bless you, buddy. I thank you for coming out. Gerald's one of our oldest customers.
Yes, he
It
is.
was like going, who's Gerald? Well, I'm a Gerald, but this is a different Gerald.
No, you're Jerry.
I'm Jerry Dan, yes.
Yeah.
But this is Gerald Evans. I'll use your last name. I hope your email doesn't get clouded with friend requests, sir. But anyway, thanks for seeing you, Gerald. Good seeing you. Now, Louisville was great. Good attendance. Nice event. The room was beautifully done.
The room was
You
very
boys
nice.
did a great job.
Yeah,
Damon,
the
you're
room was
not here
great.
right now, but fantastic job. Really, really nice. Nikki, excellent driving. I don't think you drove.
No, I sat in the back.
I know.
Yeah.
But if you drove,
I watched
You would've
movies
done
in
a
the
good
back
job. You
really
would.
intently.
we had this big
navigator.
van, and Nick had himself like a little cocoon in the
Yeah,
back.
he did. He did.
For his gaming and his movie watching on the way up to Louisville.
I was in this little jump seat next to the window surrounded by road cases, so
Yeah.
really tucked in.
Very safe.
Luckily, it was a short drive.
Very secure.
Yeah, short
Yeah.
drive.
Hey, let me ask you this:
Ask me.
how did that baby handle the road?
Smooth. Unbelievable. It's
How
like
are those new Michelins?
they gripped.
They
Dan.
gripped.
They gripped. And
All-weather traction.
But you know what really made the difference, though?
Black lug
What?
nuts.
Lonnie, that's
The
right.
black lug nuts.
Black lug
Ford
nuts.
Performance.
Yes. That's
right.
Not painted, not anodized. They're plastic coated.
And Dan, these
That's
aren't
for the win.
These aren't made just anywhere.
Oh, no. These are genuine Ford Performance parts.
Correct.
Keeps
There'll
the
be no
tires on
copy
nice.
aftermarket stuff. Genuine Ford accessory. And, you pay for those, Jake, but sometimes you get what you pay for.
Sometimes you have to, yeah.
You don't pay for it.
All right.
Yeah.
We digress. Hey, where are we going next week?
We're going to Munich next week.
Munich, Germany.
The big high-end show over there.
Man, that's going to be fun.
That's
Yeah.
going to be a blast.
Guess what I'm going to have for lunch every day, Jake?
A salad.
No.
Yes.
That's for dinner. What am I going to have for lunch? What do I always get at the show?
What
A
do you-
brat.
Oh, you are going to get it
I
the
get
brat
that
this year?
nice brat stand.
man.
It's right around the corner.
Oh, yeah, it is around the corner.
German
yeah.
brat, and then I put that German mustard on it.
Oh, you can't beat it.
Can't beat it.
Unbelievable.
We'll probably have a little cappuccino in the afternoon for a little pick-me-up,
Yeah.
Yep.
right?
Hopefully that guy's there again.
And breakfast. Oh, Jake, of course. So it's a money-making opportunity. Of course, it's
Yeah.
going to be there. It's crowded,
Yeah.
full of people. And what are we going to have for breakfast? That little, that buffet thing in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
I think we're going to do that, yeah.
I'll have some eggs, some German sausage.
Sounds like you guys are just going there to eat.
Basically, yes. We're going to eat our way through Germany.
He reaches out to me again and he goes, hey, so what are we doing for dinner while we're there?
Anyway, we'll see you in Munich. I hope to see all of our friends up there in Munich. We're in Hall 3, booth R11. That's R11 translated to dance speak. So Munich, that's the 15th through the 18th. We'll be there at the show. I hope to see all of you. We have a lot of friends coming out there. We'll see a lot of our industry buddies out there. So we always have a great time in Germany. And the food is good.
Mm-hmm.
And the venue's great. A lot of great gear there. It's a fun show.
I think, isn't it one of the biggest shows in the world for audio?
I just like
Isn't
it.
it?
One of them,
One of them, yeah.
Yeah, I
Definitely
see
the
all the
biggest in
brands I
Europe.
can't
Yeah.
afford. It's fantastic. I said, you could buy a nice car or a pair of these speakers
Or speaker wires.
or speaker wires. Yeah. And then after we get back from our rollicking good time in Munich, we're going to go to Huntsville, Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking forward to the Huntsville show because you know what we're going to be doing, Jake.
What are we going to be doing?
We're opening up supply chain partners down there too.
Is that so?
Well, in terms of manufacturing, not selling.
Building rockets, baby.
We're going to build rockets. There's another guy building rockets. I figure he could use some competition.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
It's a close parallel. Amplifiers and going to the moon
Yeah.
or orbit.
They got those in a rocket, don't they? Yeah.
No, they got intercom in there.
I was going to say, you got to have
qualified.
tunes.
And after Huntsville, it'll be a couple months, but then we've got Emotiva in October. Now, there will be another on-the-road event or two. We just haven't got them scheduled yet.
Correct.
So later in the summer, look for announcements from us on that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, what else we got? Oh,
Big info here.
anybody notice that RMC1 Plus and XMC2 Plus are now shipping?
They are?
Yes.
Oh, yes, Jake. How do you know if you noticed
How did
that?
you know?
That's
Oh
what all
my
the fuss
gosh.
was about.
Yes,
I'd
yes,
wonder
yes.
why,
And
Are shipping and have shipped.
they are
Yes.
shipping and a half ship, Kayla reminds me.
Very good.
And the
Hey.
response from the field has been outstanding.
Yep.
Now, I just sent an email to a cat. I saw on one of the forums who has it hooked up wrong, but I'm confident
Oh, we'll get him
that
straight
once
out.
it's hooked up correctly, he's going to have his OSD
Just
back.
works.
That's right.
Yeah. You know who you are, sir. I won't say your name. I don't want to be sued.
But they're shipping.
Yeah, but they are shipping. We are excited that they are shipping.
I was waiting for somebody to come up with something.
Team has been doing a great
I was
job.
waiting for a
and
quick
you know,
reply.
I like the,
retort.
I like the dead silence there. That was
Dead
great.
Silence was wonderful.
On
It was
brand.
very good.
You know, speaking of dead silence, Jake,
Oh.
I'm going to give you a little education.
Please.
I was at a meeting once with a good friend of mine, and had made my pitch. I
Well,
was
how
at
long ago was this meeting?
Well, this is a while ago. Back in
a couple years
I bet
or
I could
decade?
probably a couple decades.
Couple
ago.
decades,
But
got
it was a good message that stuck with me ever since. So I do my pitch, and I'm a sales guy, right? A sales engineer. I do my pitch, and of course I'm not as confident as I am today. And I'm waiting for them to say, "Yeah, I'll take it." And I can't take any dead space because I feel like I need to fill it. And I start to
Don't do
open my
that.
mouth, and my buddy, who's my advocate at this company, reaches over, Jake. I'm not being fresh, but
Yeah,
he
good job.
reaches over, grabs my hand, and starts slowly squeezing it, my thigh with his hand.
Really?
And let me guess.
He grabs my thigh down my knee as tight as he can to the point of like almost yelling out in pain. He goes, "Shut up, let them answer. Shut up." I did that. He goes, "Let him reply. Shut up. Let him percolate for a second.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid of the silence, Jake."
Isn't that the rule in sales? Whoever speaks first
Well, Jake,
loses.
nobody
or something?
taught me like I'm teaching you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give the guy a minute to think and reply. Don't be afraid of the dead air.
You gotta let the dead air happen sometimes.
Exactly.
Has to.
Now, you shut up while I finish up.
Oh, I get it. Absolutely.
I just said that to say that.
Absolutely.
All right.
I get you. No problem.
Guys, thank you so much for your support on the processors. It really means a lot to us. They're doing very, very well, and we're going to have information on our new certified renewal program, the CR8 program. And we'll get into that in just a
Tradein
minute.
Program and everything.
Anything else you want to discuss on this particular phase of our podcast?
Nope, we got a lot we're about to dive into. So,
All right.
buckle up.
There
Here
we go. Buckle up. We're
Tight.
going to get deep into the weeds now. Before we get into the serious stuff, I got to tell you. So you know how much I hate bugs in the outdoors. Oh, back to business. Now,
Back to business, indeed.
now, it's very disturbing. You pay good money for the service, Jake, and what do you get? Nothing.
Nothing.
All right. And you'll like it.
I got
They told
nothing.
me. All right. Nick, we have some very exciting and important news.
I don't know how to begin.
I will. Here, I'll dig in. I got it.
This is about the new Tradein Program
Yep.
and the Certified Renewed Program. So now, Nick, I'll let the adults take over now. Go ahead.
All right. So news there. Most of you guys knew that there was a trade-in program coming, but Dan's announced officially there is an upgrade program. So
Yes.
if you are an owner of one of the processors, the XMC2, RMC1L, or RMC1, you will be able to upgrade that unit. And we will get into the details of that. But let's talk about the trade-in program.
Start with the trade-in
first,
program
okay?
first.
Step by step.
So, trade-in program details. Jake, let's talk about it.
Yep.
What can you trade in?
Correct. So we go into that, and if you have an XMC2, you're eligible for an XMC2 Plus or RMC1 Plus. If you have an RMC1L, you're eligible to get into an RMC1 Plus. And of course, if you have an RMC1, you're eligible to get into an RMC1 Plus. All right?
So up, but not down.
Up, but not
you can
down.
go up
Correct.
but not down.
Correct.
That's right.
And are there any restrictions to the trade-in program?
Yes, there are, Jake.
Yes,
What are
there-
those, Jake?
Yes, there are. Well, if you want to jump way ahead there to that.
I'm pretty sure you have to be the original owner.
Oh, well, okay, that. All right. So you do have to be the original owner. All right. So there's going to be a proof of original purchase required there in order
So if you
to.
bought it used, you cannot take advantage of the trade-in program.
That's correct.
Yep, correct.
That is correct. Yes,
But
absolutely.
wait, we have something for you too, so don't
get there.
despair.
That is right. That is right. But we're talking about the trade-in first here. All right. So do you want me to get into as far as credit then right
Yeah,
off the
let's talk
bat?
about pricing, because
Okay.
guys, that's the question
All right.
everyone's going to have.
So that's the
Pricing.
big gold question here. All right. So if you're the original owner of one of those three processors, right, and we verified it and it's all there, you're going to be getting 50% of what you originally paid for the unit. All right. Now that's very, very important. Okay, because that is why we need to see the original proof of ownership there. All right. It can't be any warranty transfers, and it can't be secondhand purchases from other friends, family, or strangers online.
This is original purchases only, and we have your records online. It's not a problem on our system.
So for a quick example, if you're an original owner that purchased it at $5,000, you would get $2,500 to put towards trade-in credit
Correct.
of purchasing
Towards a
the
brand new unit.
RMC1 Plus.
New hardware
Yep.
with a new product warranty, all the rights and privileges therein.
Now, when you send that unit in, you will receive your new unit will ship out once we receive your old unit and it passes our inspection.
And it's also subject to availability as well at that time as well. That's another key thing there, is that as long as we've got them, we'll get them out, of course. But
Yeah.
that is a small thing
we're
we do
building
have to
every
add there.
month, and
Yep,
you know that shouldn't be a problem normally.
correct.
No, but we expect there'll be a swell of guys at the beginning, so these will go in batches and they will go as order that they are received in.
Correct.
So we'll get to how you can sign
Try
up
to
for those
manage
programs.
that,
Yeah.
you know.
We'll get into how to sign up that after we go over these details, so just hang on here. So now, the trade-in's pretty simple, Jake.
Correct.
What's the other path again? It's the upgrade. So,
So
how
the
does
other
that work?
the other path, all right. Now let's get this straight here. Finally, right? So if you don't qualify for the trade-in, right, but you still want to get into, kind of the awesome cutting-edge features of the Plus Series processors, you are able to do something called the CR8 upgrade. Now I know right away people are going to say, "What does CR8 mean?"
Jake, what does Siri mean?
Great.
I believe I can answer that, and it is great. The CR8 stands for Certified Refurbished, and then the 8 stands for 8K, all right? We didn't add the K at the end there just because it's a lot of letters going on there, but the CR8 implies, though, that we took an original unit of the big three there, and we turned it into a model that is...
Renewed.
It is, yeah.
We
it
took
is
your unit
8K
in this case, we're taking your unit and renewing it.
Correct.
Yes.
Now, what does that mean to renew it?
So in terms of renewing it there and what that process is going to look like, all right, so you can send in whatever unit that's going to be, okay, so that's an XMC2, RMC1L, or an RMC1. And in terms of, I can get into the pricing then too right away.
Yeah, let's do pricing
But
as
I want
well
to let them know what that entails.
Well, what that entails, yeah.
What are they getting
Absolutely.
for doing
Absolutely,
this?
I can
That
certainly
was my
do
question,
that.
Lonnie. What are they getting?
What are they
Absolutely.
going to get?
Let me flip to the next page here with the information there that has that. So for the XMC2 and the RMC1L specifically, those are going to be getting the new HDMI 2.1 board, which again has 4K 120 hertz video and 8K 60 hertz video.
Actually, they all get that board.
They all get that board, thank you. But just reminding folks what that HDMI 2.1 means. The new control board, it's essentially the brain of the unit that runs the whole thing. Antennas, a brand new full QC of the unit, all right? Look it up and down, make sure everything's working spick and span, and of course, updated firmware as well. The only difference then with the RMC1 is that one will be getting the high output power supply. Guys are going to be
Because of the
asking.
expansion.
They're going to be asking right away, why is that? Well, those expansion modules need some juice, so we have to give it the power it needs for that.
And just so people are when you get the new brain, that also means you get the new Wi-Fi system, you get the new web app, you get all the fast controls, you get all that yummy goodness.
Yeah, and I think we should.
It's
before
not
we
just a board; it's the whole
I agree.
package.
So I'm going to tell our customers. So if you have an existing unit, we don't care. And I'm going to encourage anybody with an RMC or an XMC2 or an RMC1L, don't buy a new one. Don't trade in. You're welcome to, but technically there's no advantage in doing it. You're going to get a unit from us as a CR8 version that is essentially identical to, in terms of functionality, to a current production unit.
Yes.
The only reason a guy might want to trade in to the new unit, if you're an original owner and you want to get the plus and you want to trade it in, is because of the new audio board.
Right. That's their only
That's
real
the new
advantage.
Burr Brown, the new audio board we did. But I'm going to tell you,
It's good. It is better.
It is better, but I'm telling you, how many angels can dance on the head of a pin?
I know. I agree.
It's subtle. It's audible, but it's so subtle that you really gotta want it bad to. I'm just being honest with you. I'm happy to sell you either way, but
Let's
I
just
have an
say-
RMC1L, and I'm bringing it over here next week, and I'm having it upgraded. And I'm leaving the AKM board in it because I love my unit.
Let's just say the highest value option is upgrading your unit.
Yes, it
And
is.
If you really need it, if you really got to have it, we got the trade-in.
Yeah, we're not discouraging you from doing it, but I'm just telling you, your unit's going to be completely gone through. It's going to be completely tested. If there's any mechanical issues, the encoder, the display, you've got a bad connect, whatever it needs, it'll come back to you in operationally like new condition with every single thing checked
It
like
runs
a brand new unit.
down the production line as if it was a brand new unit.
Exactly.
Gets all the same testing, coding, everything as if it was a brand spanking new unit. So it's. Yeah.
I think I beat that in the ground. Continue on, Jake. I'm sorry.
So, Jake, to get all that goodness,
Yeah.
what are the men going to have to pay?
Yeah, I can definitely answer that. Thank you, Nick. So for the XMC2 RMC1L, the price of the CR8 upgrade is going to be $14.99. And for the RMC1 specifically, again, because of that little extra we're putting in there, the power supply, that's going to be $16.
And the new power distribution board.
Oh, yes.
And the new power distribution board as well. That's going to be $16.99. So small increase there, but it's necessary to make sure that the unit is ready to rock for any future expansion.
Now let's jump into some little details on shipping of trade-in and the upgrade.
Yeah.
So if you're trading in your unit, we'll have a list for you. We need all your accessories. We need the mic. We need the remote. We need all the stuff. If you don't know what it is, when you get into the process, we'll let you know all the accessories. If you're upgrading, keep your accessories.
Don't send nothing.
Don't send anything. Just we want the core unit because
Just
we'll
the unit.
upgrade that and we'll send it right back to you. So now the other thing that's going to happen,
And
though,
if you need something that you've lost,
Let us know.
if you
We'll
have
take
something
care
that
of
you're
you.
missing, like you miss your remote, or it's all gummy, we have prices on all these. So
We'll
if you
take
need to
care of
order something, we can ship that with the
In
unit
the
as well
box,
back
right.
to you.
Correct.
For a nominal fee, of course. So with that said, timing on this, Jake. So if you're doing the trade-in, what's the timing look like?
So the timing for the trade in there, that's going to be honestly, when you get it shipped in, that's the transit time. But then once it's here, it's going to take a few days, of course, to go through the unit and make sure that it's up and running and something that's passable. And then we'll ship out that new unit again as soon as we have availability, as long as we have availability, that is. And again, your unit passes that inspection.
But we'll keep everybody in the loop.
Keep everyone in the loop. Yes. Correct. Thank you. So my point there in all my mess of talking there is that it's essentially going to be about a business week or so. You should see that ship out there once it arrives and passes inspection. But for the CR8 upgrade specifically, due to the unit having to be, of course, reworked and all that, we're looking at a window there of about 2 to 4 weeks for that unit to be upgraded and turned into a CR8 model.
Yeah, it might go faster than that, it might go longer than that, depending how many we have in. But that's just a rough ballpark amount. So keep in mind
give us that little breathing room.
If you're updating or upgrading your unit, your system will be down a little bit longer than the trade.
I mean, the chances of it being a full 4 weeks is pretty slim.
Pretty slim.
Yeah, that would be catastrophes.
And we got it all set up.
Right now, we have plenty of parts, and we have everything available to do it. So other than and we're going to try to control the number of trades that come at one time to try to meter it out so that you don't have a long delay. Because I know what it's like to not have your system running.
But to expand slightly on what Dan's saying there, we're going to be releasing the units in batches there as far as the trades go specifically. So like Nick was mentioning, there you submit a form, you get in on the list, right? Chronologically, we're going to go down it, and in batches, we will release them out there. All right.
And why? Because we want people happy.
Correct. We want to make sure that folks are happy, and then of course we want to make sure that we're doing our customers right here by making sure we're doing it in an orderly fashion.
Jake, in corporate speak, we call that managing expectations.
You know what, Dan? I appreciate the insight. It's very insightful.
He's like grasshopper sitting at the feet of the master, and I'm just trying to pass on what I know.
So, as a customer, if I take care of the upgrade, let's talk about warranties, because I'm sure you're going to have some guys that bought it a year and a half ago. We're going to have some guys that bought the first one that came out that are now out of warranty. So what does this mean for everybody's warranty?
I can touch on that, and I can definitely dig into that. It's not a whole lot here, all right? So for the new Plus Series processor itself, the RMC1 Plus and the XMC2 Plus, right? Whether you get those in on a trade or you buy them straight up MSRP, it's going to come with the 5-year warranty. All right.
Transferable.
That is transferable. Okay. But for the CR8 upgraded unit, all right, that's going to be a unit that once we ship it out to you and it arrives at your door, it's going to be 2 years you'll get warranty on that unit.
Parts and labor.
Parts and labor. Now, a quick note here, though.
A
quick note here, though. Some of you may be wondering, like, well, wait a minute. I got my processor recently. I still got a lot of time left on the warranty. Does that mean I lose that warranty? No. So if you picked up a unit, let's give us an example here. Let's say you picked up a unit and you got 4 years of warranty left, all right? And you send it on in, you'd have it turned into a CR8 model. That model will still have 4 years. So it's not like you're going to, lose that.
Whichever's longer, right?
Whichever is longer. That's the best way to say it. Just wanted to give a small
2 years
example
or whatever's longer.
Correct.
I like that.
And another quick note is that the warranty is not transferable, okay? But if you are the original owner or a warranty transfer holder, you can, okay? Right. My point there being is that if you're not the original owner and you don't have a warranty transfer, you straight up bought it secondhand or something like that, you can't transfer the warranty on that.
You could be the first owner or the fifth owner. You can still upgrade that unit.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to transfer the warranty, but on a CR8 unit, it needs to be the original purchaser. He can have an upgraded unit transferred?
No.
Yes.
Yes? Yes.
Well, think about it. You're the original guy, and you had a transfer
that makes sense. If you're the original guy.
I'm sorry for
this we just said here.
Yeah. Okay.
I think
I was reading
Jake
the chart wrong.
Said that, but that's what it means.
Got it.
So if you are an original purchaser and you decide to get your unit upgraded, you have transfer privileges. If you bought it secondhand, you bought it at the pawn shop, whatever you got it from, you found it on the street, you can get it upgraded, and you'll have a 2-year warranty. You just can't transfer that warranty to the next user.
That's correct, yes.
All right, so now that we have that, real quick for you guys, we're going to this is the boilerplate, not exciting stuff, but shipping tips. All right, these have got to come back to us in the original boxes. If you do not have original boxes, reach out to us, and we will get those to you again for a nominal fee.
Mm-hmm.
And that's for your safety,
the product safety. We've seen some weird things over the years. We'd like to get it back in original packaging.
Don't let the shipping place near your house down the street pack it for you.
No.
Well,
Don't
and
do
the
that.
ones that do it right will charge you $200
Yep.
for a package.
They will.
So I just had a
They
guy
charge
deal
you a
with that.
fortune.
Yeah, we won't.
Or they'll pack
And they-
it for you and bring you a unit in a box with absolutely no packing on a 100-pound amplifier, and
Or
then
just
you'll
packing
wonder.
peanuts in
Or
a single
packing
box.
peanuts, which
Yeah.
we see all the time, that the things beat to death.
It's insane.
Yep.
Lonnie, nobody needs that.
Other things, we recommend trackable carriers like FedEx, UPS, DHL, etc. Let's get into important restrictions, Jake.
So the first one right off the bat here is units with severe physical damage or lightning surge damage may be refused or require extra repair charges. Don't use this as an opportunity to, sneak in your unit that might have gotten a little
What would
damaged.
Dino say? A little something on the side.
A little something on the side,
None of that.
None of that. None of that here with this. Trade-in credits and CR8 upgrades cannot be combined. We know there's some people out there that are going to try and say, well, maybe I can mix both of these. Nope. You got to do one path or the other. They run parallel. They don't intersect. All right.
Ooh, that's a beast.
See what I did there?
Oh,
See what I
man.
did there? Ain't
that
that cool?
college paid off.
Ain't
No
that
doubt
cool?
about it.
All that money and time just to say that,
Proud of you.
Only Emotiva XMC2, RMC1L, and RMC1 processors qualify. No amps or other brands here, all right? Sorry, we don't want your other units currently, we just want ours. And quotes are valid for 15 days. Quotes meaning that when you get this going and you submit all of your paperwork and all of your information on this, there is a small window of time, about 15 days there, where we do need to hear back from you. Otherwise, we may give up your unit to someone else who's a lot more excited and replying to us a lot faster.
And we can't hold on to your slot indefinitely. There's a lot more demand than product at this point.
Correct. Correct.
So guys are going to wonder, how do I sign up for this?
How do you sign
thanks
up
for
for
asking,
it?
Nick.
Yep. You want to touch on that?
Yeah, I'll touch on
Yep,
that.
yep.
We will be updating the processor landing page here within the next week or so.
I think the 15th is our official launch date.
The official launch date of this will be the 15th. That's the big thing to take away from this. And the processor page, we'll send it out. I'll end up on the 15th adding the link in the description of this video too. So you can go on there. There'll be a sign-up form for whether you're doing a trade-in, and there'll be a separate sign-up form of if you're doing the upgrade. So we'll keep both of those separate. And all this information will be available to you as well. So you don't
I mean,
have to
they don't have to remember
notes.
everything right now?
No.
Don't
We'll
take notes?
No, we'll make this available.
Yeah.
We'll also have a link.
I've been taking notes the
available to
entire
all of
time. You
this.
can't tell, but
And the form is required. Don't call us. Try to buy it.
Yeah,
did you hear?
can't
Kayla
jump.
just shouted from the side, what?
You can't jump the line. The form is required. So if you call up, hey, I want to get this, they're going to send you back to the same link
Correct.
to sign up on the form because we're trying to make this fair for everybody.
And we know you're excited, and we know you want to get into it, and we're excited to get customers into these
just
new
a
units,
darn minute.
too.
There's no way to game the system, Jake?
Not in this
There's
case.
not a VIP entrance for
No,
me?
unfortunately.
I have to stand in line?
And you hate standing in lines.
Oh. You're running a tight ship here, and I do not like it.
Tight ship's being run now.
Well, we're trying to make
I'll take responsibility.
You won't be able to call him and say, but I know Dan, and he told me just tell him that Dan sent you. All right.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, well.
everybody has to play by the rules. We're trying to make
Gerald,
this fair for
when
everybody.
you need something, you come see me.
There it is. First exception. There it is. First
I
exception.
mean, forget what they said over there. Forget.
But those are the basic details of the program. Programs. We're excited to get this rolling again. This is the official launch will be the 15th. Those pages will go up.
Yeah.
I'm sure there'll be an email, Kayla, that will go out on the 15th that lets everybody know, and we'll put this everywhere. So exciting times ahead. So you guys that have been waiting, the details are here. We'll make them available to you as well online. So
Yeah, you don't have to remember all this.
remember all
It's
this.
essentially.
Ben, you can. Well, it's almost over now, but you could have just turned this off and waited for the website. But
Could
you know.
have,
Yeah.
Or actually, no, just rewatch this video multiple
Endlessly.
endless times.
there we
to
go.
Make sure you get it down correctly.
That'll improve our popularity among our listeners quite a bit.
Also, don't forget to like this video, sign up to subscribe to our
yeah.
channel. It helps us out.
and if
Thank
you like it, buy it here. We get a small commish. No, that's
What?
No, that's news to me. I'll take it.
I've been watching all those YouTube videos, and if you like what you see here, click over here. I get a
follow our
small,
affiliate
I get a
link
little,
and,
something for the effort, Jake.
Yeah.
I think if you point this way, something will come up on the video.
You get a little
There
something
you
for the
go.
effort.
There you go.
I don't think it works when you own the company. It doesn't work
I know,
like
but
that.
I always like that. If you like to support the channel,
Yeah, click the links.
Yeah.
Click
Just
any of the
like
links.
point
Just click
upward,
the
yeah,
links.
whatever, point somewhere.
So exciting times. You
Great.
know.
In all seriousness, thank you guys for your support and enthusiasm. The people that have got the units are loving them. And, I want to talk about one other thing really quickly. all of our 4K friends, we haven't forgotten you. We're
G3
still
processors.
actively supporting the 4K versions of the processor. And Lonnie, you have some great news.
Yes. So as we were writing code for the new ones, okay, we write up parallel lines, was rewriting all the code for the current units that are out there. So I know a lot of you guys have been waiting on
Wait
code
a
for a long
darn
time.
minute. You mean we haven't abandoned those guys?
No, and we're not going to. We are committed to getting that code out. We now are in final testing. We even have it out to some beta testers.
And the beta results are very promising and very,
Very
very
promising.
positive.
So, for all you guys who are not yet ready to
Make
trade
the
in
plunge.
or upgrade,
Or you don't have a need to.
or you don't have a need to, and you want and you love your unit, we got some really exciting code coming for you very soon.
Exciting. I like to hear that. And it is excellent code. It makes a huge
really is.
operational difference.
Yeah, the feedback so far from the beta testers is that it really is like
Yeah,
night and day.
and the main things that we have known about for a long time, and why did you take so long to do it? Well, as part of this effort was completely restructuring the entire code base, not only for the 8K pieces, but it also was the work on the 4K units. So it wasn't like we can just keep patching things to try to. We went
was the
back and
thing.
just rebuilt the entire.
You know, we looked at it and we're like, could we address this and that? And yeah, we could have, but
But it starts getting to be band-aided together. It's not
and-
clean.
And it's not clean. So we just rewrote it all at the same time.
So you'll get benefits of that new 4K code,
Yep.
the enhanced code for 4K, as well as the exceptional performance of the 8K units. That's new silicon, Jake.
That's new silicon.
I think we've talked about that. It's
We have.
snappy stuff.
So
It's very snappy.
we haven't forgot about you guys. We're
Yeah.
going to take care of you.
And it really makes a huge difference in the on the stability and the performance of the 4K video board too.
And if you haven't seen enough on the new 8K processors and you want to know more, I'll put a link above and below that goes to Dan and Lonnie's great video that they made recently where they go ins and outs of the units
You know.
themselves.
You know,
The
Nick,
nuts and bolts.
I don't want to brag, but I heard some talk about maybe award season with my name attached to it.
Yeah, good luck, buddy.
Is that so?
Oh, I'm just saying, Jake.
Yeah.
What award
I'm
are
just
you going to win?
I'm just doing a little preliminary
Perfect steak.
marketing in case you.
What award are you going to win?
Dan, what award are you going to
You're
win?
going to win a Razzie.
I think a Peabody.
Razzie.
award.
Yeah, or you're gonna get a Razzie.
Peabody.
What is a Peabody? I'm not really sure. Is that for writing or something?
Let us know in the comments what the
What
Peabody Awards
is.
are for. We'd
It
be
just
happy-
sounded
we'd
better.
be
It's not
happy
better
to
than
know.
Oscar.
We'd be happy
Oscar is
to know.
overrated. Yeah.
It's your first step towards an EGOT.
EGOT. There you go.
Oscars are mid, you know.
Yeah. Who needs one of those?
Yeah.
Yeah. I hear that only actors and stuff and producers and directors are eligible for those. What about the working man?
Yeah.
Nothing.
I don't think they're allowed to do that.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think it's fair. Guys, thank you all. We appreciate it. We're looking forward to seeing you in Munich next week.
Next week.
Yeah. And then very soon here in Rocket City, Huntsville, Alabama. And then we may have to go down there to, what's that place where they have all the space launches out in Texas?
Where do they do? Is it
Well, no, not Houston. That's
Well,
old
they-
school.
Somewhere in Texas, I think.
They've got that one thing in
Not Cape
Gulf
Canaveral.
now. It's not Cape Canaveral. It's not Corpus Christi. There's like a section there where they do
Yeah,
all
Yeah,
that.
it's
Rocket
like
City,
that, it's
yeah.
like that section or like
Yeah,
Rocket City
yeah.
or something
Well,
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to see
Put that in
where
the
those big
comments as
launches-
well.
Yeah. You know, put it in the comments.
We digress again. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you. We'll see you soon. Looking forward to seeing you in Munich. Maybe we'll have a pretzel too, Jake.
Yes. All right, everybody. Take care.